Hi, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your May 2023 full moon and lunar eclipse reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Excuse me. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the Two of Cups. Okay, we're going to think that something is healing and something is really moving forward, like a bridge has been made and things are coming together. Don't trust the situation too much, okay? Just know that it's not going to be as copacetic or healing or, connective as you thought it was going to be. And this doesn't have to be just with a person. It can be it could be a situation, it could be with a company or an idea. So just know that they say they're going to meet you like halfway, like everything is good. I don't want to say be skeptical to make you feel like paranoid, but yeah, they're not going to come as open as you want them to, okay? Or as connected as you want them to. Let's see what spirit has to say here. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. So here we have spontaneous. Are we being spontaneous? No. Do we want to be? Maybe. Maybe we do. But right now, there's a bit of an intensity around being spontaneous. It's almost like I have to have everything planned out and I have to have everything organized and I have to have everything just so in order to be spontaneous. And then it takes all the fun out of it. So just be aware of that. It could be our Saturn really coming through quite strong because we're ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is all about rules and structure and has to be just like this and this. So just know that we want to throw away some of those rules and just be a bit spontaneous. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. We're coming through. The very essence of ourselves are coming through. So that's a really good thing. We're cutting through a lot of nonsense during this time. It's not just this full moon, it's from full moon to full moon. So we're going to see cutting through a lot of nonsense, doubts, fears, chaos. There's money coming our way. There's a sense of wealth, there's a sense of prosperity, there's a sense of a completion of a cycle, okay, when it comes to finances, but also in stepping into financial blessing. Our temper can be a little bit intense during this time, so do be mindful of this. We can also be around people whose tempers are a little bit intense. We're moving towards prosperity, success, bounty, the Four of Wands, really opening up the door to what we want. There is a sense of blessings coming our way. There could be new job opportunities. There could be moving house. There could be energy around like new relationships or deeper commitments within those relationships. Finding ourselves much more stable and planted and sturdy within things. So let's talk about this moon for a moment. This moon is in 14 degrees of Scorpio, which is the sign of big secrets and also big wealth. The lunar eclipse holds the power of multiple full moons, so we're going to see this full moon really be intense. And because it's near the south lunar node, this will bring an ending of old cycles, and we're moving away from and shedding old ideas, old ways of being. We can find that things that we were once really into, we're just not into anymore. We're stepping into a new phase in our lives, and that's That's what 2023 is all about, stepping into this new phase in our lives, releasing so much that has been holding us back. Now, on the 1st of May was Beltane, but we also had Pluto moving into retrograde. And this matters because it'll affect us a bit before, Beltane before the 1st of May, and after the 1st of May. So it's affecting us now during the 5th of May. This big plutonic energy brings an awareness of power both internally and externally. We're much more aware of it than we have been before. The nodal axis is in Taurus. Taurus is all about money and wealth, but the day to day money, the day to day wealth. Scorpio is all about big money, big wealth coming into play. Okay. It's about long term investments. We need to pay close attention to our money and to the opportunities, you know, coming our way that move us forward, that are coming into our lives. This can be a time of big financial change for the positive or for the negative. So do be aware of that. We have positive energy here, but we don't want to just coast during this time. For much of May, Jupiter is squared Pluto. Why is this important? Because Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. And Jupiter enhances the energy of any planet that it's near. And so here the power of Pluto is enhanced so that now we're looking at our issues with power, our expansion of power, and really seeing what we want, what we desire, how we can step into our power, into ourselves, where we're putting ourselves down, where we're building ourselves up. Also, deeply buried secrets are going to come to the surface. There we go. And this brings a time of profound revelations. Neptune is trine Mars. So this moves us into the spiritual awakening, spiritual realm. And we start to have revelations around materialism, around the things in our lives and how important these things are. Now, this is also an angel day. So 5/5 is an angel day, and it has us moving towards adventure and versatility, independence, you know, intelligence, creativity, freedom, self determination, and new opportunities, new beginnings really opening up to us. There's a blessing that comes forward. The Four of Wands is like, let's celebrate, let's, have a really great time. There are commitments being made, there can be deals being signed, but this is a real time to celebrate. And this is also a time to celebrate us. So, whatever we're committed to, whatever we kind of give our all to, celebrate it. Celebrate it because it's important. Now, the King of Wands reversed, this can be us having a bit of difficulty with fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right, so know that. But this is also a bit of a temper coming forward. There could be a sense of somebody throwing their weight around who believe like I can have what I want because XYZ, because I'm powerful, because I get to. And so just know that that's not really going to fly during this time. The Ace of Swords comes into play, and Spirit is giving us a gift. Well, God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is giving us a gift of knowledge, cutting through doubts, fears, negativities, hurts, pains, disappointments. And we see ourselves coming to revelations. This is going to be a time of a lot of revelations for us, a lot of insight, a lot of greater ideas, a huge sense of the doors opening, of ideas moving us forward, of things becoming much more real. We used to get tripped up. We're not going to see ourselves getting tripped up as much, meaning we're not going to see ourselves stumbling over our words or what we've been thinking about or how we thought we should move forward. There is this real sense of clarity coming and a real sense of, I've earned this, not entitlement, but like I've worked really hard and long and intensely. I've earned this. And now I move forward in the grace of knowledge. With the 10 of Pentacles, we talk about in this world, generational curses and generational trauma. But we don't talk about generational blessings and, generational energy that lifts us up. I would call it love. And here with the 10 of Pentacles upright, this is a real sense of our ancestors are watching over us. This is even a sense of our past life selves, did really good things or, learned these lessons so that we could be elevated during this time. And that's going to be really important to us. There's a sense of a blessing. It might not manifest itself in money. It can be money or what we value as much as money comes forward during this time. It lifts us up. It moves us forward. It brings us new ideas. It brings us new purpose. And it exhilarates us because it's like, oh, I am on the right track or, oh, I am doing the right thing. With the devil, this is the essence of us coming forward. This is also, strong Saturn energy because Capricorn, we're ruled by Saturn. So we can have a lot of rules and regulations in place, like things have to be ordered a certain way. Spirit saying, be aware of that, because spontaneous reverse, we're not being very spontaneous. And it doesn't mean that we have to do something crazy. It just means that we could really want to just like forget about the rules or forget about the responsibilities for a little bit. It doesn't have to be anything big. Like, we have lives to take care of. So here, just be aware of this. Just be aware that there's a sense that we can be a little bit too structured and controlled during this time. There is also the energy coming forward of embracing our nature, embracing what we desire, letting things grow naturally and organically. Because I just see, like, when I see the devil energy coming through, I know it's funny to say, like, I see the gardens of Versailles, because that could be taken wrong, or maybe right. But it's nature is always so controlled, right? There. And so here, there's a sense of like, what if things just grew free, like it wanted to? You know how often you have to weed when you have a garden? It's like, what if things just grew free? And we're going to see that within ourselves. Because remember, the devil is a conglomeration of all pagan, nature gods, and twisted to be something bad. But here it's like, what if nature was good? Also, the devil energy always has us be mindful of addictions, drugs, alcohol, sex, food, shopping, anything that we use to soothe us in ways that, like, to excess, or to give us, that dopamine hit. So just be aware of that, or numb us out, or whatever. So, and also be aware of the things that we do to get the approval of others that can become addictions that people think are really positive. Like, oh my gosh, you eat so clean, or oh my gosh, everything's so neat and tidy. But it's like it's taking over our lives and it's ruling us. So be aware of that. Let's see what the moon has to say, what spirit says through the moon. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. We're letting go of a lot of fears. And this is a time of healing, of celebration, of stepping into our home, into ourselves, into our bodies. And that's going to be a really big thing for us. So that's really amazing. It really is. It's like, it's so calming to see. Are we going to be into meditating and contemplating? No, no, we're not. We're going to think, no, I don't need to do this. But if we can, even if it's, an active meditation and contemplation, like when we're washing the dishes, mindless work, or, doing Qigong, which I'll have linked in the description box below. There's a growth that we are embracing that is a sense of, I'm stepping into me, I'm stepping into my power, I'm stepping into what I desire. It's funny because we don't feel like this moon is going to be that big a deal for us. And yet there's a lot of growth that's coming, and we'll see it from full moon to full moon, especially around what we're passionate about, our work. We're transforming, but that transformation was held back for a really long time. Don't let your past hold you back. And we're releasing that. So here we're not releasing it. We are letting our past hold us back. But as we look into the darkness, okay, of the eclipse, as we look into the darkness, the void, the universe of ourselves, we're going to see what has held us back, and we're going to cut through that. And it's like, no, that doesn't get to be my ruling point anymore. Confidence is our key to success. That's reversed. We don't feel very confident, or we can feel like if I'm too confident, I won't be hungry enough to succeed. We also need to embrace our pleasure. So it doesn't mean to just be totally self indulgent. It means that there's a pleasure, a peace, a beauty to us, a harmony of energy. And we need to be confident in ourselves. But we're having a bit of difficulty with that, which is interesting because that's around our blessings and prosperity that are coming in during this moon. Sovereignty, do we feel the sovereign energy? Not as much. We don't think this moon is going to be as big a deal as it's going to be. We will see it later on. It's going to be one of those things where it's like, oh my gosh, it started with this full moon, or it started in the beginning of May. And then it leads us in a way where it's like, oh wow, this is bigger than I thought it was. And you and your loved ones are safe. There's a sense of protection around you. There's a sense of harmony around you during this time, which is really quite great. It doesn't mean that everything's going to be hunky dory, but it means that spirit is right there with you. Your angels are walking right there with you. Our subconscious message to be mindful of is the Princess of Pentacles reversed. We can be a little bit childish. Okay, I don't mean to be rude, but that's what spirit is saying. We can be a little bit childish at times. We need to be mindful of that. We need to be mindful of people around us being childish, of being, overly dramatic or entitled. So be aware. Our subconscious message from spirit is beautiful. Embracing the beauty in our lives, embracing the calm, embracing the peace, and letting that move us forward. Beauty is going to be very important to us. And it makes sense because we're in the Taurus, with the sun, and Scorpio with the moon. Beauty is very important to both those signs. We then have the Nine of Cups reverse. We need to be in the present. We're going to have a very easy time to not be okay, or to think wishes haven't been granted. Subconsciously, we know something that we have wanted hasn't been granted, isn't moving forward with us, and we're going to have to come to terms with that. It can be very hard. It can be. The Nine of Cups is also, there's a sense of a release from an energy that lorded things over you. So be aware of that as well. Our subconscious message from the moon is release. We're not wanting to release a lot, but we are seeing that our dreams need a practical plan to move things forward. So with this moon is going to kind of test us to say, what are you going to release? What are you going to set free? How are you going to move yourself forward? We're going to be holding on quite a bit, but our dreams do need a practical plan, and that we're going to be much more ready to do, like a plan, a structure that we're good at with. But releasing the energy that's pent us up within us, that we can have a bit of difficulty with. All right. All right, Capricorn. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Capricorn. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed moon, sending you all the best energy. Bye.